Good evening to everyone. So today we'll start our problem-based learning about Sydney Harbor problem. So the first thing that we'll look out is the difficult term and its meaning. The first one is crustacean. It means various types of animals that live in water and have a hard outer shell like crab, shrimp, and barnacle. The second one is motorized. It is specialized fitted with an engine or motor. Third is watercraft. Vehicle it is it means vehicle or transport device that can move through or underwater. And the last one is bioaccumulation, and it means the gradual accumulation of substances such as pesticides or other chemicals in an organism. And then we'll be moving on to the fact, ideas and learning issues, and I'll give this to the next person.
Okay, so the first fact is contaminated seaweeds in Sydney Harbour could be threatening the small animals that feed on them. The first idea that I get from the fact is contaminated seaweed can cause disruption of the food chain, which can affect marine life. Second, small animals are early victims of pollution even though they are not directly exposed to source of the pollution. And second is seaweed in Sydney Harbour contaminated because of high level copper, lead and zinc. So the learning issue from the idea is why contaminated seaweed in Sydney Harbour harmful to small animals. Second, what the causes of contaminated seaweed in Sydney Harbour. Third, what are the small animals that feed the contaminated seaweed in Sydney Harbour. For the action plan, first Seaweed in Sydney Harbour polluted by microplastic that lead to bioaccumulate, heavy metal and biomagnification that can affecting small animals through oxidative stress, growth disruption, immune issue and metabolic disruption. And second one, you guys can see from the slide. So you guys think that my idea and my learning issue is okay from the fact. If not, you guys can give comment or I will improve it.
No, everything is okay.
Okay, thank you. So we will move to second fact.
For the second fact, I chose is up to 75% of the offspring of small crustaceans feed on a common brown seaweed and are killed when exposed to copper found in some parts of the harbor. So I have three ideas, and one of them is crustacean feeds on brown seaweed for its nutritious value and for its ecological role as herbivores to some species within marine environment. And for the outcome, learning outcome for these ideas is how can the seaweed be the factor of the contamination apart from copper directly interacting with the crustacean. So the action plan is because brown microalgae or seaweed contain most of the biomass moderate algal which are very sensitive metal affinity since they contain large amount of sulfate polysaccharide occurring from cocoidin within their cell walls. So, in your guys' opinion, do you think this is appropriate for the table?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is appropriate. Yes.
Thank you. So, I will be letting the next presenter.
Sorry, you guys can hear me?
Okay. Yes.
Alright. I'll be continuing to the third fact, which is seaweed species like Padina crassa bioaccumulate these metals in their tissues. The ideas is improve stormwater filtration in Sydney's drainage system could mitigate future contamination. The learning the learning issue is that how can Padina crassa or other seaweeds be used for bioremediation? and the and the answer for that is that the molecules that are negatively charged act as a chemical magnet for toxic metals. So when the seaweed comes into contact with contaminated water, it performs an ion exchange and swapping harmless nutrients for toxic metals ion like copper and lead. That's all for now. So do you guys think I need to add some more? And yeah,
Yes, I think you need add some more about idea and learning issue.
alright. I'll
Yeah.
be doing that.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll be moving on to the next person.
Okay, so for the fun facts, um, first, heavy metals such as copper, lead, and zinc are present in Sydney Harbour. These metals come from stormwater runoff, industrial waters, and motorized watercraft. Then the seaweed bioaccumulate to heavy metals in their tissue. So for my ideas, seaweed can be used as bioindicators to show pollution levels in Sydney Harbour. Second, heavy metals in seaweed may be passed to crustaceans that eat them. Third, areas with more human activity may have higher metal contamination. For my learning issue, first, how much copper, lead, and zinc are accumulated in different seaweed species? Second, what are the biological effects of heavy metals on crustaceans? Third, which pollution source, for example, stormwater, industrial water, and motorized watercraft contributes the most heavy metals? So for my action, to answer the first learning issues, seaweed accumulate metals variably depending on species, environmental exposure, and local pollution. Brown algae often accumulate higher copper compared to greens or reds, while greens may show higher zinc or lead in some environment. I think that's all from me. Do you guys agree or have anything to add?
Yeah, I agree with every point. That was good.
Thank you.
All right. So next to fact 5.
Okay. So for the facts is pollution will enter the labor via stormwater runoff, industrial discharge, and watercraft. From my idea, the urbanization increases the marine pollution. And as for the learning issue, what are the major sources of the marine pollution? And the action plan is regular monitoring of heavy metal levels and upgrade wastewater treatment plants. Do you guys agree with me, or should I add more?
I'm agree with you, and yes, you should add some more ideas.
Okay.
I think you should add more on the ideas, explain more on why the urbanization increase marine pollution.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will do that.
That's all.
Okay. If there is no more to be add on, I'll end this discussion for now. And thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Here.
Have a good